Amani channel, what's up Video Fearless fam? So I want to talk to you about the different cameras that I use to make videos. In a previous video I talked a little bit about my entire setup for the webcam videos, but you know, you may want a different look for your videos and you may want that more depth of field look where you're in focus and the background is blurred, kind of the look that I have right now. So right now I'm using a DSLR, which is a single reflex, a digital single lens reflex camera. That's what DSLR stands for, but it's basically like a professional still camera that shoots video. Most still cameras shoot video these days. The real nice ones shoot 4K even. This shoots at 1080, but that's what I'm using right now. Now there are pros and cons of using each camera and in each setup. So for this camera, it requires lenses, and so you got to know a little bit about how to operate the camera, the settings, the ISO, the aperture, and the shutter speed. It's helpful to know that stuff. Also, I'm using a light and I'm using a microphone. So you have to have a little bit more gear as well as a tripod, but you have to have a basic understanding of photography to use a DSLR. There are DSLRs that shoot in auto, but you know, the professionals will tell you not to shoot in auto and they usually don't, but that'll be a solution for you. But they cost a little bit more. So that's the drawback of shooting with the DSLR. Now the other cameras that I use a Canon Vixia, which is a point and shoot consumer grade camcorder. The reason why I like the Canon Vixia is because it has a microphone input and because, you know, it allows you to capture that great audio. And so if you have a camcorder, now the advantage of using a point and shoot camera, autofocus, the settings are kind of a little more auto. It's easier just to set it up and get going. The quality isn't as great, but if you use a little bit of lighting, it'll look pretty darn good. All right, so don't knock little point and shoot camcorders if that's the way you want to go. Now in some situations you will use my iPhone to shoot my videos. Now the iPhone the setup is a little bit faster using your mobile device. Even still, you want to use a microphone, so I use the Rode Smart Lav with my iPhone. I also have a little tripod adapter, so there's some particular equipment that you need to get going with it, but it's a very fast way to get going. You can set it on the rear facing camera, the front facing camera, and you can self shoot pretty easily as long as you're looking right there at the lens. It's a super easy setup. It's easy to do Facebook Lives. It's easy to share your content instantly on the web using a smartphone. You don't have to bring it into your computer. You don't have to do any processing. You don't have to edit. So that's the advantage of doing things on your smartphone. And the last option I'm going to share is a webcam. So I use a webcam for the majority of my videos. Why? Because the quality is pretty awesome. It's not as great as this is, but the quality is pretty good. And the setup, it's set, so I don't have to break out my tripod or my lights every time I want to record a video. I just have my camera's already set up, my webcam's already set up. I can just sit down, I turn on a couple lights, I make sure the microphone is configured, and I'm good to go. So that really is the fastest way I like to make videos. But if you're going for a super nice look, then I have the DSLR always as a backup. All right, so those are the cameras that I use. You feel free to use those or just do your own research and go with whatever you want to go with, what's best for you. But you got to think about your budget, what kind of look, and then what your experience is with the production equipment. So think about those things and you'll be good to go. All right, hopefully this was helpful. Amani channel with what? Video Fearless. And if this was really helpful, download my 60-second plan to make videos with confidence. Go to videofearless.co/ebook and download my free guide now to discover your confidence to 5x your influence. You'll find some great information there. It'll teach you. There's 8 simple steps to help you start rocking out videos right away. All right, if this was helpful, leave a comment below, leave a question. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.